The answer to validation question number 36 is B. In 1900, 8,000 private automobiles were registered in the U.S., and 96 people lost their lives in auto crashes. There were 10 miles of paved roads and a population of almost 76 million. By 1910, the number of registered vehicles had jumped to 458,000, and by 1920 was over 8 million. Increasingly numerous and more powerful vehicles driving on narrow roads with no shoulders and sharp curves that were not engineered with banking meant more wrecks. The National Safety Council began to keep track of vehicular fatalities in 1913, when 4,000 deaths were registered among a population of about 94 million. Although vehicular deaths are far too numerous today, we've come a long way since then. Hazardous conditions are part of the terrain when driving. The way to deal with them is to know how to adjust your driving techniques to each one as you encounter it. First, here are some general tips on how to deal with hazardous conditions. Listen for traffic you cannot see. Roll down the window and listen. The louder the noise, the closer the vehicle. Avoid crossing roadways when your line of sight is obstructed or visibility is reduced. If you cannot see other drivers, they cannot see you either in time to stop. Avoid passing a line of vehicles. With every vehicle taking about 10 seconds to pass, you may expose your vehicle to oncoming vehicles for too long. Consider postponing driving until conditions clear. As frustrating as a delay can be, it is better to consider postponing your journey until any bad weather passes. At least you will arrive at your destination safely. Keep your headlights and taillights clean. Even a thin film of dirt over your headlights and taillights can reduce the amount of illumination they provide by 90%. The best choice to make when there is fog is not to drive. However, sometimes you must drive. When this is the case, you must maximize your visibility and reduce the glare so you can see where you are going. Use your low beam headlights. Many people turn on their high beams when driving in fog. This is counterproductive because high beams reflect glare back at you and do very little to assist your vision. Keep your headlights dimmed and use your low beams. If you have fog lights, they must be installed between 12 and 30 inches from the ground and should be used in addition to low beam headlights and not substituted for them. Use your windshield wipers and defroster to remove moisture from the windshield and to remove condensation on the inside, ice and frost on the outside. When you notice a thick fog ahead of you while driving, you should reduce speed but keep moving when entering a fog bank so that you have more time to come to a stop. However, do not stop or slow down to a point where the driver behind you has no chance of stopping. Also, watch for slow-moving vehicles ahead that may be moving slowly in front of you. In the fog, what you see in front of you 1 second will be different the next second. Look in the rearview mirror every 2 to 5 seconds for vehicles approaching from the rear. Seeing them coming may give you an opportunity to tap your brakes, sound your horn, use your hazard lights, or move aside if it looks like they haven't noticed you. If the fog is so thick that you cannot see far enough ahead to drive safely, you should signal and move off the roadway when the traffic allows until the fog lifts.